One of my favorite things to order in a restaurant are mussels, but I must admit I feel kind of intimidated when I go to shop for them or make them at home. On this week's Eat Well Live Well recipe, I understand Chef Ulrich has some great shopping tips, but also a simple and savory mussel recipe. Let's check it out.
Today we're going to be cooking with mussels. Mussels can sometimes be a little intimidating to the person out there. You know, you walk around the supermarket, you'll see the ones in cans and maybe gravitate towards those, but I tell you what, stay away from the canned mussels. When you eat fresh mussels, there's no substitute for those. Now there's a little bit of an old wives' tale when it comes to mussels, and that is that if mussels are open, discard them, throw them away because they're dead. Now that's not always the case, because what mussels do is they'll go to sleep and they'll open up a little bit like this. So what you need to do is just wake the guy up in there, just a little tap on the board there, and that mussel, see if the camera can get that, starts to close up. That means the mussel is still alive in here. And we want live mussels, we don't want dead mussels. So once you finish cooking them, any mussels that haven't opened up, discard those. But any mussels that are open before you cook them, give them a little tap. If they close up, they're good to use. Go through the mussels carefully though and take away any mussels that have cracked, the shells have been broken, because that'll happen sometimes during harvesting, and those mussels, chances are dead inside. So go through very carefully. Pick off the beard as well. The beard are the little fine hairs that you find on the mussels. Pick those off. We'll start out with a nice hot pan. We'll turn it on over here. A little bit of olive oil into a pan. We'll take some garlic. And again, you can adjust the recipe to how much garlic you like. We're going to put some nice, good amounts of garlic in there. We've got some shallots as well. Pop the shallots into the pan. And this is really going to form the base of the mussel dish. These are the aromats that are going to add more flavor to your mussel. Just gently in the pan, saute those. And you just want to start to get these nice and soft and translucent. Turn the heat up nice and high. Get the pan really nice and warm. And then take the mussels and put them into the pan. Don't overcrowd the pan. The more mussels you put into the pan at this point now, the more heat you're going to lose. And the heat is very important for us, because at this point now we're going to take some of our capers, put them in the pan. There we go. And some white wine. The white wine is going to steam open the mussels. I'll put that in. And then put a lid on top of that. You want to try and cook the shellfish as quickly as possible, and be careful not to overcook it. So that's probably been about 20 or 30 seconds. We'll open up the pan here and see what they're doing. These are nice fresh mussels, so they will open up pretty quickly. Keep them moving. And the camera can see already here that some of these mussels have opened up almost instantly. That's a good sign. That means these mussels are nice and fresh. We're going to close them up for just a little while longer here. 2-3 minutes is probably about as long as you want to cook them. Sometimes you'll go up to about 5 minutes, no longer than that. Don't overcook these guys. We'll open up the pan again. Just again, give this a little stir. Now this is the part of the recipe that's optional for you. You can either cook with a little bit of cream, or you can maybe even cook with some Greek yogurt if you don't want cream, or optional, leave it out completely. If you don't want to have that fat in your diet, leave it out. But if you've got room for a little bit, just a couple of spoons full of cream. Get the heat up nice and high. Let all these juices combine together and give them about another minute to open up. I'm going to take some parsley, chop the parsley. Into the mussels like that. Again, give them a stir. Allow all those flavors to marry in the pan. And at this point now we can turn off the heat on here and we can start the plate up process. Grab a nice big bowl, a deep bowl, because we've got lots of liquid in here and we like that liquid. You can mop it up with bread, or you can put it over pasta, over rice if you like. And then go through picking out the individual mussels that have opened up. Again, with mussels, be careful, make sure you get them from a reputable source. These guys filter the water in the oceans, and each one of these guys will filter approximately 18 gallons of water a day. And what they're doing is they're taking all the bad elements out of the water, and of course that goes through their body, and that means that they are pretty susceptible to picking up some diseases in them. So make sure that you get good mussels from a good reputable source. We're going to pour some of that liquid right over the top of those. Make sure that we get some of the garlic, the capers, and the shallots over the top of that. Finish that with some parsley right over the top. So there you have it, a lovely bowl of steaming hot Atlantic mussels with some capers, some garlic, some shallots, and of course the optional cream in there. Enjoy.
Looks awesome, Chef. Thanks. Now, if you missed jotting this recipe down, or if you'd like to see it again, log on to our show's website, yourlifetv.com. If you'd like to see more of Chef Ulrich's recipes, click on the Eat Well, Live Well button. We'll be right back.